This lesson, we're going to be looking at how we can save docs and the various options and essentially how docs work, how we have different IDs to identify the docs. So when you go into the web URL, and I'm actually going to make my page bigger, so I'm going to zoom in so that we can see the icons that I'm going to be working with. So it's not affecting my text. My text is still at 100%. And what I've done is I've zoomed the browser in so we can get a better sense of what options we have within the dashboard and what options we have for interacting with our doc. So going into the doc, the web URL, they're all going to have specific unique IDs. And that's how Google organizes and identifies that this is the doc that belongs to this person, and it uses this long character string, which is its unique ID. So every doc will, or every different doc will have different IDs. And this is one way you can ensure when you are sharing your doc that this is the same doc that we're working with. You can always rename the docs, so new name doc. And when we create a new name, it's also going to update that within our drive. So also keep that in mind, that that's going to be how Google is going to refer to that doc. So if you are searching for the doc, search by the new name. And then going back into the doc interface, there's a number of options for saving your docs as well as publishing your docs in Word. And there is a benefit of using Google Docs as there's nothing to install. It's all cloud-based. And collaboration is perfect within Google Docs because it allows you to share and work collaboratively. And we're going to have more on the collaboration coming up in the upcoming lessons. So under the File menu, you've got the option to download. When you select download, you can download it as a Microsoft Word document. So let's do that. And it's going to download it, creating using the name that I've created. So new name doc, and notice the extension docx. I know it's kind of small, but that's over there in the left-hand corner. We can also download it as an open document format. Rich text format. So these are just different formats that are commonly used for the internet. And we've also got a really interesting one where we've got a web page. So we can download it as an HTML document. And notice that this saves it as a zipped file. So if you were to open the zipped file, open up the document, you see this is the way that it's going to look within HTML. So that's a really neat thing that you can automatically transform it into web code, into HTML code. And then there's also commonly used are PDFs. So PDFs, and we've seen this before, where we can download as a PDF. So it's going to convert the document into a PDF. And I still have the viewer. This is working locally where I'm able to see that this document is indeed a PDF. And if I ever want to update and upload these back to my drive, I can upload them from my local computer back to the drive, and they're going to be created as separate documents. So that means that if I open up the doc and now it's a separate file within my drive, I'm going to open it under Google Docs. It's going to look the same, have the same name, and everything is almost the same, except note that the ID is different. And as well that this is docx, so it's a Microsoft Word format. It's not going to be exactly like Microsoft Word because remember, this is in the cloud. It is working within the browser, so it is going to look different, and you are going to be limited, so you're not going to have as many options. And also keep note that when you do create multiple copies of the document, these are commonly shared. Make sure that you do have one working copy, and best practice is to delete the other copy. So if the working copy is going to be this new docx, then we might want to remove this one, delete it, or just rename it so that there is, to avoid any confusion, because changes here are not going to be reflected in the new document. So when we go into here, the changes, because they're not tied together, they're completely separate docs. So they're being treated separately. And there's one other format that I did want to do, and that's going down to the file, and there's also publish to the web. So this gives you another option to share your document content So you can publish the link or you can embed it. So it'll create some embed code that you can publish. So currently the document is not published, and you also do have some publish content and settings. So it will automatically republish when changes are made. So this gives you an option that you don't have to constantly try to update it whenever the changes are made, that you can simply make changes within the existing doc, and that's going to propagate out to the web. So let's go ahead and publish this, and it's going to give you one more question there to make sure that you actually do want to publish it. And once you publish it, then it creates a publish link. You can share it within your email, Facebook, Twitter. It's published. And at any point, if you want to stop publishing, you do have a stop publishing option. So you can check and select the stop publishing option on the page. And I've got to zoom out a bit because we're missing that bottom part there in the pop-up window. So automatically republish when changes are made. So you could at any point change this. So that's not going to automatically, and that's going to automatically. Press to copy it, and let's check out what this looks like on the web. And there we go. So it's updated every 5 minutes. So if you don't necessarily want to share the Google Doc content, you can always publish it to the web and then share this to other users, and then they can get access to the document. And then, of course, if there's any changes that are made, and as it said, it's going to update every 5 minutes. So it will take a while to update. And I'm going to put do not use to avoid confusion. So you can either rename it so that people aren't using it mistakenly. And that didn't make sense. So do not use. So if we don't want to use this one, we can set the do not use. And if we don't want to use the docx, and because we've shared the doc, we're going to keep the do not use within the docx version of it. And that way we can identify that that's not the one that we're going to be interacting with, that we're interacting with the my doc, and this is the main one. And you might also want to include live my doc or something like that, so that we can, again, better identify it within our Google Drive. One last question that you might have is that, okay, well, I've got this docx version and I actually want to convert it into a Google Doc. I don't want to use docx. I want to get rid of the word format. So that way you can save as Google Docs. So you've got an option under File, Save as Google Docs. So that will save as Google Docs. And also keep note that this is going to change the ID. And what it did is it actually created a brand new file. So now if people are coming in to use the docx, again, they're not going to be related, but you do have a version now with Google Docs that you can live and put live and also share if you wanted to. So try to stay with one version as much as possible. If you're collaborating with them, rename the doc to make sure that everyone understands which is the live one and which is the current one. Also move it to a different folder or delete the original if possible. So those are all just different ways to interact better and make better use of the versions of Google Docs. And try it out, and you can be ready to move on to the next lesson.